We pay attention to all reports and rumors here, even though I have noticed over the years a curious trend where people who aren't reporters will share things they've heard with the caveat that I'm not a reporter, it's just something I heard. Well, for the audience, it's not the easiest thing to parse through. They think so-and-so is saying it, and hey, if they're right, they're right. And if they're wrong, it's just something I was hearing. And I say that because Daniel Jeremiah, who isn't a reporter, but he's the draft analyst at NFL Network, on his podcast, he threw out the idea that he's hearing the Titans are thinking about trading all the way up to number 3. And that caught my eye, and I decided that was worthy of putting on PFT last night, and it makes sense to talk about it today, with the caveat that he's not a reporter, but he's just hearing these things.
Right, he wouldn't be.
And there's a lot of stuff you hear pre-draft.
Right.
I know he's not. Sometimes somebody hears something and you never know. You never know if it's ultimately true. And sometimes people, especially this time of year, they leak things for reasons unrelated to getting the truth out. Maybe the Cardinals are trying to dredge up a market for the 3rd overall pick. So there's a lot of different potential explanations here. But that 3rd pick is the hot spot because you've got Panthers who are going to take a quarterback at 1, Texans who are going to take a quarterback at 2, and then Colts who would very much like to take a quarterback at 4. If you want the 3rd quarterback, whoever it may be after the first 2 are gone, Stroud and Young most likely, or maybe Young and Stroud, who knows, or maybe Richardson is going to be one of the 2. But if you're thinking about getting one at 3, that's where you got to go because the Colts are waiting at 4 for the 3rd quarterback. So the Titans, I'm fascinated by this.
Me too.
There's Ryan Tannehill, last year of his contract, 3rd-round pick last year used on Malik Willis, who got benched for Josh Dobbs, which underscores the disconnect between the former GM John Robinson and the head coach Mike Vrabel. Maybe they are thinking about moving up to number 3 to get a quarterback. Maybe they are, and they would be a candidate to do it. Tannehill plays one more year, and then it's see you later. We hand the football to the guy that we got at number 3.
It's interesting, right? I mean, I don't view Mike Vrabel as being that type of guy, but then the new GM, Rand Carthon, I go, well, gosh, he was just in the 49ers, and they were in a similar spot, and they traded up to number 3 and drafted Trey Lance. So maybe they would do that type of move.
That's not the best argument to do it.
No, it's not. Not when you use Trey Lance.
Unless this time it should work.
Right. Exactly.
Maybe the odds are on my side this time.
But I am intrigued, and intrigued too to I guess there's a part of me that, yes, like you, I think Anthony Richardson. There's a part of me too that, again, you're starting to see in mock drafts Hendon Hooker's in the top 10 now, right? The Tennessee kid. Again, I don't know what's not to like about him. He's big. He runs awesome. He's good decision maker. Ball's on the money. There's a part of me that goes, wait, would Tennessee be thinking about him? He's more along the lines of what I think Vrabel would want to do offensively and what they've done there. More of the traditional standpoint quarterback. But maybe they're going to change things. Maybe they are. Maybe they're going to go run game infused and infuse the quarterback as part of that. And that's where Anthony Richardson certainly could come into play. He would certainly fit their style, right? I mean, they want to run the ball, control the clock, play defense, play action pass, take a shot, go back to the running the ball, run the quarterback design run. So all of that would make sense. It's very, very interesting. And I would think it's Richardson, but there's a part of me that goes, oh, maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it is a Hendon Hooker. Maybe it is a Will Levis. I'm not sure there, but it's a very interesting conversation.
Here's hoping that the new GM, Rand Carthon, and Mike Vrabel, the head coach, are on the same page, because we don't want another piece of video like this.
No shaking the head.
We do. When Mike Vrabel found out that they were trading A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles, he was not pleased. I figure if I talk long enough, the video
it'll come up. There it is.
Damn,
did we really just trade that guy?
Cylinder. There it is. Oh, look at him. The neck. Here he comes back around. It's like, watch it. Oh no, I don't know about it.
He cracked C4 and C5 right there because he was like, holy crap.
And watch John Robinson. John Robinson is trying to figure out, when do I run? Like, okay, should I run? I don't know. I'm not going to run.
There's obviously
A.J. Brown out
there, right? And that was certainly a big part of it. And I think some other players and other draft picks that didn't work out, and Bud Dupree signing, right? Didn't really ever.
Malik Willis.
Made.
There's
a few you could certainly look at.
Yeah. Yeah, a year ago, Malik Willis was the guy who had the best odds to be the first quarterback taken.
Right.
He went all the way until round 3. He went after Desmond Ridder, obviously after Kenny Pickett, the only first-rounder last year, or second-rounder as the case may be. And Willis finally gets a chance to play. Ryan Tannehill gets injured, and they have to bench him for Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, just too raw.
That's not
too raw.
That's not a ringing endorsement. The possibility of going up to number 3 is not a ringing endorsement of Malik Willis, because I would assume they're going to 3 to get a quarterback, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they view maybe Malik Willis is secretly their guy because Josh Dobbs is gone now. He signed with the Browns as a free agent. They could have kept him. Maybe they think going up to number 3 is the equivalent of having the first pick in the draft if we're not looking at a quarterback. But I just tend to think with Young and Stroud and Richardson, that third pick.
Yeah, I would think
that
so.
Third pick's going to be a quarterback.
Right. I would think so as well. I mean, if you're going to make that type of move, that's what I would imagine you're making that type of move for. It's franchise-type quarterback, guy you think that can run your organization for the next 8 to 10 years. So that's what I would envision it. But yeah, it's interesting talk. And like you said, Daniel Jeremiah, the reason, we know there's a lot of fibbing that goes on by teams and all of that and trying to set narratives, but he's certainly not a guy that's looking to break news. I would think that the fact that he said that, he's heard it from somebody pretty credible that he trusts, and it'd be interesting to see if the Titans actually pull the trigger here. It's just one of those moves where I go, I don't picture Mike Vrabel, a Mike Vrabel team wanting to pull that type of move off. So is it rumors? Is it talk? Is it real? Whatever. But, hopefully we'll get a better feel here soon.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.